in your area.
Closed captioning for this newscast brought to you by Hearing Associates of South Carolina.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, first at 4.
First at 4, a pedestrian bridge has collapsed in Washington, D.C., leaving at least 6 people hurt and a trap truck leaking gallons of diesel into drains. This is a bird's eye view from about an hour ago when crews first got on scene. Crews are still on scene trying to clean up the mess left behind. This happened on Interstate 295 in D.C. So far, 4 people have been taken to the hospital. 2 others were evaluated by EMS on scene. But there are no reports of anyone trapped in the rubble. At least 2 vehicles are trapped under a fallen bridge besides the leaking truck. A hazardous materials team is working to stop the diesel from entering waterways. Closer to home, a body was found this morning across the street from USC's AIKEN campus. This is video of the scene earlier this afternoon. The Aiken County coroner says the initial call came in around 11:15. The body was found in a wooded area behind Aiken Regional Hospital. Aiken Public Safety does not know how the person died or even their gender. The coroner says the body was found decomposed and it's going to be autopsied tomorrow. Also in Aiken County, a 40-year-old woman is in the hospital after being attacked by a group of dogs this morning. This is a look at the home in Warrenville as animal control worked to get the dogs out. We spoke with a relative of the dogs' owners who says it was about 6 dogs involved in the attack. The woman's condition is not known at this time. Officials say she suffered injuries to her arm, but she is expected to be okay. Internet access seems like it is everywhere, but the pandemic has shined a light on the lack of broadband, especially in rural communities. Our Sloan O'Cone is live in the studio to tell us how companies are stepping up to expand access.
AIKEN Electric and Carolina Connect are joining forces to bring rural areas the high-speed internet they desperately need. Today, AIKEN Electric Cooperative celebrated their connection, and it's just the beginning for the co-op because of their first fiber optic cables are lit. The $100 million project will take 3 years to complete. So far, most of the backbone of the project has been installed, 300 miles of fiber optic cables. The co-op will provide extremely fast internet to over 49,000 people in 9 counties: Aiken, Barnwell, Calhoun, Edgefield, Greenwood, Lexington, McCormick, Orangeburg, and Saluda. They say it's time to bring rural areas to the 21st century with their internet, which could be life-changing for teachers like Ashley Brown.
I feel like we're overlooked sometimes, and now like that we have it, we'll be able to, keep up with them and get things done. Share with our old internet, it would take forever for things to upload. We would do Zoom calls, and mine would like drop out in the middle. So being able to have things to help them, like resources I can find at home for extra practice, I think that will help them tremendously too.
Aiken Electric Co-op's Tri-City substation is up and running. The first to get high-speed access in the area are Wagner, Sally, and Perry. On News 12 at 6 o'clock, I'm working on a story about how this isn't just a South Carolina thing. I'm looking at opportunities in both South Carolina and Georgia.
Thanks so much for that live update, Sloan. This is a live look outside over downtown as we check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hill. Riley, some blue skies today.
How about that, Zeta? Beautiful outlook for the rest of this afternoon and evening. We have finally dropped the humidity, and our temperatures today are actually a little bit below average for us, staying in the mid-80s here at Augusta. Our dew points have dropped down close to 60 degrees, so once you see that number, that's when it starts to feel a little bit more comfortable outside. So, hey, take advantage of it. Maybe go grab a bite to eat later tonight outside. We are expecting temps to stay in the 80s through around sunset and then drop back down into the mid-60s for low temperatures by early Thursday morning. Now, our current temperatures across the board, most of us are in the mid-80s here around the metro and along I-20, but a few spots south of town are getting a little bit warmer into the upper 80s here this afternoon. But this is the big difference, folks. Our dew points dropping to the upper 50s, low 60s. That is why it feels so nice outside. Much drier air on top of us thanks to that front now moving closer towards the coast. A few clouds out there, but no rain in our forecast for the rest of this evening. We'll have a look at some higher rain chances, though, heading into the weekend in just a little bit. Sana?
Thanks so much, Riley. Tomorrow you can look out for Governor Brian Kemp. Still ahead, it's like something out of a fairy tale. Almost a century-year-old message finally arrives. And what it says, we're going to tell you after the break.
And we are expecting beautiful weather to continue into our Thursday, but storm chances is going to start to increase by Friday. We'll have a look at that full forecast next.
Make more butchers.
There's a lot of trash on the bottom of the Great Lakes, but if you look hard enough, you may just find some treasure. Kevin Hodge talked to a diver who found a nearly 100-year-old note and the daughter of the man who wrote it.
A fantastical tale as old as time, a mysterious message found in a bottle buried at sea. But does it really happen? In Sheboygan, Michigan, it did. Local diver and boat tour business owner Jennifer Dowker found a 95-year-old message in a bottle in the waters near the county marina.
I spotted that green bottle on the top of a fish bed, so I reached down and grabbed it, and noticed there was paper in it.
Dated November of 1926, the message contained a name and return instructions, and after sharing it on Facebook, Dowker found the owner's daughter.
It was a total shock, but knowing my dad, and his birthday was in November, and it wouldn't surprise me if he just did that on his birthday.
She decided to let Dowker keep the keepsake as a tribute to her late father.
It'll make my dad live on if I give it to Jen.
Speaking of take-home treasures, a waitstaff at a New Hampshire restaurant got an unexpected surprise when an anonymous customer left a staggering $16,000 tip on a meal order worth less than $40. The restaurant's owner said the server couldn't believe her eyes.
She's like, oh my God, are you serious? And then he's like, I want you to have it. You guys work hard.
The owner says the uber generous tip will be shared amongst all the employees. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Wow, what a sweet story. Can you imagine a note just waiting to be found at the bottom of the ocean? So great that someone was able to find it and connect it with that person's family member. Well, more news ahead, but let's get another look outside. And man, this is just picture-perfect views outside, Riley.
It really is, Zana. We are getting spoiled out there this afternoon. This is a rare June afternoon for us where we're not tracking any storms. It's low humidity, and our temperatures this afternoon are actually a little bit below average for us. We're currently at 84 over in AIKEN. Heat index not a huge issue today since we did drop that humidity, seeing much lower dew points, generally close to 60 degrees. So whenever we show your dew points, just kind of a gauge of how humid it is outside. So once they stay near 60, that's when it feels much more comfortable for us. Over the past several days, our dew points have been in the mid to low 70s, so it has been feeling really gross outside. But luckily, we are seeing some break from that humidity today, and most likely sticking around again at least through Thursday before bumping back up by Friday afternoon. But dew points in the upper 50s, low 60s are something to celebrate here in June for us. It is nice out there. Going back over a look at downtown Augusta through the rest of this evening, we're expecting temps to stay in the 80s through around sunset, and then we'll drop into the 70s towards midnight, eventually bottoming out these low temperatures into the mid-60s by tomorrow morning. Not much rain or forecast through this evening. Late tonight after midnight, maybe we see a drop of rain in one or two spots, but just not expected to be too widespread tonight. But as we head throughout the day on Friday, that's when we're expecting those storm chances to go back up for us. So through this evening and tonight, just seeing mostly clear skies. Should see a beautiful start early Thursday with those low temperatures in the mid-60s and mostly sunny skies throughout the day on Thursday, minus just some puffy little cumulus clouds forming later in the afternoon. On Friday, we are expecting the sea breeze to be moving in from the coast, and that will bring up our storm chances mainly Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Nothing too hazardous for us, just our generic pop-up storms for the afternoon Friday, and continuing that pattern into the weekend as well. So keep that in mind if you're trying to iron out any weekend plans. We are expecting those storms to be possible mainly afternoon hours, both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures will be feeling a little bit hotter by this weekend as well. Another look over downtown Augusta, looking great for us out there currently. If you're stepping out the next few hours, our low temperatures tonight are going to be a little bit below average for us, into the mid-60s out at Bushfield. Inside the metro will likely stay in the upper 60s for those lows tonight. If you are lucky enough to maybe do some kayaking tomorrow, that forecast looks great on Thursday. We are expecting highs to remain in the mid-80s again tomorrow, and hanging on to low humidity, so no risk for rain out there again on Thursday. Those high temperatures Thursday, there you go, about 5 to 6, 7 degrees below average for us, and feeling like those temperatures as well, not having to worry about the heat index heading into tomorrow. Lake forecast looks good for the most part, at least through Thursday night. By Friday, a little bit better opportunity to maybe see a stray shower storm. That'll be mainly afternoon hours on Friday for your lake plans, so just keep that in mind, especially for this weekend as well. Now, our rain chances are staying low today, tomorrow, if you want to wash the car, but just keep in mind, rain chances will start to go back up by Friday, and especially this weekend, though, so just keep that in mind if you do plan on washing the car. Past the weekend, our summer pattern is expected to stay pretty persistent in the next week. Those high temperatures going to be close to 90, low temperatures back up close to 70. So our hot, humid, stormy pattern expected past tomorrow.
Thanks, Riley. Heading on a vacation to Hawaii seems great, right? So much going on in Hollywood, you can never keep up. Lin-Manuel Miranda's Freestyle Love Supreme is also getting a special Tony. You can watch that documentary on Hulu. Well, if you didn't know, tomorrow we can see the final supermoon of the year. What better way to do it than with a limited edition donut in your hand? Well, if you want to do that, guess what? Good news, because Krispy Kreme is selling these strawberry supermoon donuts tomorrow only, but you can pre-order them if you want. The full moon is also known as the strawberry moon, so the donut will be decked out with strawberry icing and cream inside. The supermoon peaks tomorrow, but it's going to be shining bright tonight and Friday night too. But Riley, it looks like a lot of people are going to have donuts in their hand as they look at the strawberry supermoon.
You know, I questioned it looking at that text earlier, but actually seeing the donut actually looks pretty good. I may have to try one, but yes, we do have the super strawberry moon officially peaking tomorrow night, but you can definitely see it tonight. We'll have a look at how you can coming up after the break.
Plus, it sounds like the punchline of a joke, but Spider-Man and the Pope actually met. Yeah, it happened. We're going to tell you what they did next. All right, take a look at this. Even in Vatican City, there's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man 2. A man dressed as the popular comic book and movie hero shook hands with Pope Francis today, and you see it happening right there. He dresses up to cheer up sick kids in the hospital. He does this because, check this out, he says he knows what they are going through because he also spent time in a children's hospital when he was younger because he was once sick. And look, he even gave the Pope a special Spider-Man mask of his own, so you can tell right there he's leaving his mark in the city and with the Pope. But that's very nice of him to help these younger kids, especially when he experienced something similar.
That is great stuff there. And superhero beats the Pope. Hey, you don't see that every day, so pretty cool stuff there.
I know, and Spider-Man, out of all superheroes, I mean, come on now, you know Spider-Man's just iconic.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And he's all over the world, so hey, keep your eyes out. May see him out there. All right, here's our look at how you can see the full moon over the next couple of nights. So it officially peaks tomorrow night, and moonrise tomorrow night is going to be at 9:01 p.m. Today, you can actually see it. It actually should be a good opportunity to see this moonrise tonight at 7:52 p.m. Remember, all you got to do is look towards the eastern sky as soon as it starts to come up. Now, the best time to view these full moons is when they're relatively low on the horizon. So about 15, 30 minutes after moonrise is when it will look like you have the moon illusion, where it just looks bigger than it actually is. So that would be the ideal time. About 15 to 30 minutes after moonrise, look towards the eastern horizon. And this one is looking about 7% larger and about 11% brighter. So it's not going to be completely noticeable to the average viewer, but supermoon nonetheless, and the last one of 2021 for us. Going back to downtown Augusta, if you do want to check out the supermoon later this evening, our model here is showing the potential for a few clouds, but I think we should be able to see that moon very easily. Temps should be close to 80 degrees by that time frame, right around sunset later tonight. Now, our storm chance is looking very low again Thursday, but going back up Friday into this weekend.
Thanks so much, Riley. The president is unveiling his program.